Hi guys, and welcome back to My Summer Car. In this episode, our goal is to finish kind of putting the bits on the car and look at putting the engine in. So that's the goal. We've got a lot of work to do, so we're going to get started straight away. I was at a bit of a loss in the last episode as to what we were kind of doing with this. So I think, in hindsight, is this fully down? Why won't it let me grab it? I want it all the way down. Lower jack fully to move. There we go. I can move it. There. Sweet. In hindsight, I think we put the wheels on a bit too early. So I'm going to jack it back up, get the wheels off, and look at fitting the rest of kind of the front steering parts. Is that actually picking it up? No, it's not. Okay. Move it back and we'll get this jacked up. Okay, that's the wheels off the ground. I know what tool we need, so get the toolbox open. And it's third one, isn't it? Yeah, I need tool mode activated. Okay, let's get these wheels off. Okay, so we've taken the wheels off. And now let's see what we can do down here. So there's kind of a bolt there, which I imagine is going to be to do with fixing on the, what's this thing called? Front right steering rod. Okay, so I think that's probably going to go on there and connect to that, but will it go? Yep, it will actually fit. Yeah, so it was an issue of having the wheels off, whether it was an access or whether it just wouldn't let us fit the part. But right, phone, answering the phone, not interested, not yet. We probably will have to look at doing some of the jobs eventually, because we're going to need money if we want new parts for the car. But at the moment I just want to get the initial build done and get the thing running, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, for now I'm not going to bother taking any jobs or anything, because one, I don't really know how to do it. Two, I've got a feeling that truck that we lost, which is stuck in a bush up the road, might have something to do with it doing the jobs, that is. Yeah. And three, I just want to get the build done. So right, we can get that screwed in. Picks up the right spanner, luckily, and the other one. Okay, that's both of those pieces done. So let's see what we're left with now. We've got the half shafts, which I've got tool activated. I imagine that this is going to be to do with driving the wheels. That's what I think that's for. So will that clip on at all? The other way around, maybe. See, that these might go in after the engine's on, because yeah. Okay, we got any other parts at all? I think that's it. So it's just the steering column. So we can see if this will go in now, because obviously my issue with this before was that it was dropping out of place, but it might have been to do with needing the steering rack in place before we could fit it in. I got the tick there then. Yep, that's actually gone into place now. Perfect. Right, so that's going to need to be fixed onto that there. I'm going to bring my tools into the car, because carrying them around like that's just going to be a pain. Stand up, please. Okay, drop them on the bonnet there. Right, so we're going to need to select the right tool again. Okay, got it. So that's going to screw in like that. And is there one underneath? Yes, there is. Don't want to miss that. I've just seen hidden bolts there like that. Is it that one, I think? Pretty sure that they're going to be for something, but it might be that that's a part that's not fitted yet, to be fair. Although, what else would possibly go there? I think those are already fitted. Ah, phone again. Oh, it's the creepy guy again. Not interested. Right, so we've got those bits done. Steering column's fixed in place. Is there any fixings on the inside that this needs, or is this just... Looks to me like it's okay. Alright, cool. So I think, and I don't think I'm particularly jumping the gun here now, that the wheels can go back on now. I mean, there's nothing else in here. Oh, yeah, while I'm here, actually, let's bring the tools in. Let's bring the tools in here, because someone in the comments can't produce... it's like... username's not pronounceable. Someone in there let me know that I'd missed a screw off the drive shaft, which is, where is it? There. That's what I've missed. There's no way I would have seen that, because that's pretty well camouflaged. So thanks to that guy, we can get this tightened up. So I got to find the right. Oh, was that it? I don't know. There we go. Found the right spanner for it. Get that screwed on. Perfect. Okay. Well, again, thanks very much, because I absolutely would have missed that completely, and that probably could have gummed things up. I'm sure there's loads more stuff that I've missed. So if you guys spot anything like that, please don't assume that I know. Just let me know in the comments. So I think at this point I'm actually pretty safe to put the wheels back on. I'll grab the tools and bring them back out. Yeah, I'm going to stick them back on now. Okay, so that's the wheels back on. Just going to take care of a bit of thirst and stuff like that. Okay, so now the wheels are back on, we're going to jack the car back down and get this out of the way if I can. There we go, lower jack fully. Get that out of the way for now. And then look at some of the bits we need to fit inside the engine bay. So, these things will go in there somewhere. I believe here. Yep. Okay, that piece fitted, and this one goes in next to it as far as I'm aware. Yep, so we'll get a tool to put those on with. Okay, I found the correct spanner to put these in with, so we'll get this thing screwed on. Ignore the phone. Okay, that's all bolted in place. The next thing we'll look at putting in is the some of this stuff here. So, what is it? Brake lining. I think this is going to go into the engine somewhere. Possibly across the back. And that fits in place there like that. There's a couple of screws on there. Have I got the right thing equipped? No. Okay, found the tool I need. Screws there to fix the brake lines on properly. I imagine if these aren't tightened up that will cause problems in terms of the brake lines leaking. So it's going to be the same up here. Need to make sure these are all screwed in place, because if we do this and they're not tightened up and we put brake fluid in, I think it'll spill all over the place. So we need to make sure all these lines are nicely secured. That's going to include the ones that actually go up into the brake system there. Okay, I can't see the part on that side, but I can just about reach the bolt through the bodywork there. Right, cool. So that's going to be the same on the back as well, because the brake cables are going to be coming back here. So I'm going to need to jack the rear of the car up again to get to those. Okay, I can just about get to these bolts here. I need to remember that there's a couple that I actually missed back here as well. So there's those, but I think there's a couple that I'm not even seeing here. I'm going to need to try and get a better angle on this jack. Okay guys, I think I'm going to have to take the rear wheels off to get to these bolts properly. So again, I'm just going to have to do it. Okay, so I've got this jacked up now. I'm going to try and get to the bolts that I missed before as well. It's just that one there. Yeah, get that one screwed in. Just remember that's a number 2, because I'll do the same on the next side. Right, okay, so that's that done. And now, what size bolt was that again? Okay, that's number 3. So I wanted to have a look, see if there were any others. It actually looks like these are all kind of fixed in automatically, because there's nothing I can get to. Yeah, there's certainly nothing. Yeah, there's certainly nothing that I can reach. And I can't see anything at all that needs fixing down there. So I think I'll get the wheel back on and work on the other side. Okay, that's both the wheels back on the back there. Let's get this out of the way. Probably going to need our tools near the front, so I'll move them down. Okay, the car seems to have moved at a bit of a jaunty angle, but let's see what the next thing to go in is. So we've got, what's this? Clutch lining. That's probably going to need to go in. Oh, there's an extra jack there. That would have been useful maybe. Okay, fuel strainer. Not sure if this, I think this goes inside the engine somewhere, so just have a quick play around with this to see if it clips in anywhere obvious. No, can't see anywhere obvious that goes, so phone's ringing. Not interested in that. Can I unplug the phone? There we go. Didn't even think about that. Well, that's the last time that phone's going to annoy us, guys. Okay, I don't see why at this point we can't put the engine into the car, so that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to need the engine lift to do it, so let's motor hoist as it's called. Let's put that there. Let's bring the engine down onto the ground. I think it's going to fit into the car like that way around, the other way around, if you get what I mean, like that. So we'll have to drop it that way. But let's put it down nicely. Okay, we're going to need to lower this into place. It takes a while, unfortunately. Okay, so we're almost there. I'm going to need a particular tool for this, actually. I'll just go and grab the toolbox. Got to find out what spanner it is that works on this bolt here, because we've got to bolt the... there we go, that's the one. Okay, cool. So what we're going to want to do is line it up. Actually, it looks like it's pretty much there. Might want to just move that slightly. Do you know what? I think I've actually made that worse than it was. Kind of like that. And kind of like that. Yeah, it looks about right. So, we'll lower this down. Yeah, I think that sound meant that it's in the right place. So we should, if we just screw these in. That doesn't look right to me, actually. No. No, that did it. That did it. Okay, cool. So the engine crane is now... That's held in place, I think. Yeah, it is. Perfect. So we can hoist this back up. and carefully wheel it outside now. We're going to need to get to a point where we can hoist it back up. So I'll get this pulled right up and then we'll go outside. Okay, so we've got the engine on the hoist. Going to need to take it outside, preferably without dropping it in the pit. Okay, here we are. So this is going to have to kind of slide under the car a bit like that. Okay, I think that's kind of... No, that's not right. We need to pull it back. Forward a little bit. It's going to be about kind of getting this in the right position. Kind of like one of those claw games at the arcade. Can't close the door for some reason. It would be useful if I could. Actually doesn't look too bad. That looks like it's kind of central. Not exactly sure. See, that plate has obviously got to line up with that there on the subframe. So that's the first, that's kind of our point of reference at the minute. If you can't see what I'm looking at, I'm talking about this plate here lining up with, it's difficult to see, but this area here, and I'm pretty sure that's where we're aiming for. So let's start lowering it down. Okay, we're definitely going to need to bring it back towards us. How we're looking now, that is actually starting to look pretty good. Okay, let's see if we can go down a bit more. It'd be useful if I could actually kind of get in to the engine bay. Should I have had this jacked up, do you think? Probably would have been at a funny angle, wouldn't it, if I did? Okay, I can see a bolt that's kind of appeared there, and I think that if I try and fix that now, it might kind of click it in place. So I'm going to get the tools. Okay, the next thing I'm going to try and do is figure out... I'm trying to get my best angle on this. I mean, unfortunately, I think that's going to be it. Okay, so work out what tool we need for that bolt there. Yep, that did it. That clipped it in place. Pretty sure it did. And I think the rest of the subframe bolts are going to be... Yep, they're going to be the same. Okay, so that's 2 holding it. Get his tools out of the way. Okay, I managed to kind of fall inside the engine here, so that does actually help me. Yep, there's one there. That's going to hold it in place like that from the gearbox. Any others? Whoa. Oh my god. Okay, so that's glitched. Strangely though, probably actually makes the car a bit easier to work on in terms of fixing the engine in place. But absolutely not what we intended to do there. Hoping that I can actually flip this back over the jack when I need to. Good for actually just checking our work to make sure there's no bolts or anything that we've missed. Okay, gonna grab the jack and see if we can use this to tip the car back over. I'm hoping we can, otherwise we could be in a bit of trouble. Well, it doesn't like it. There we go, we did it. Well, thank God that worked. Car's at a strange angle now. I don't know how we're going to roll it into the pit. Probably not going to be able to. Might have to use the van to tow it around a little bit. Okay, so just found the spanner to tighten these bits up with. That just bolts the electronics to the side of the car. Trying to work out where the best angle to do that is from. Okay, cool. Kind of floaty, but there you go, it's in. Okay, guys, so engine fitted, check. That's what we intended to do in the episode, and we've accomplished that. So I think we're going to call that an end for this episode. We'll come back in the next one, keep working on the car. Hopefully very soon we'll be getting it to a point where it's pretty much finished. Guys, if you're enjoying the series or you're watching these episodes, please do leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel, because that's how I know to keep making these things. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.